Right, guys, welcome to the stream. Getting started soon. Give me 2 minutes. Just gotta get everything ready. Let's do this. Welcome to my world. Welcome, welcome. All right, here we go. Should start working now. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right. So, let's do that. Is that good? Is that good? Yeah. Oh, why am I turning it this way? Should be turned this way, right? Right? Okay. So yeah, webcam seems to be working fine. Is it clear? Yeah, it's clear. Okay, fine. All right, here we go. Let's share the charts. Chart seems to be quite okay. All right. So welcome to the stream, guys. We're gonna get started. Sorry, I am a bit late today. I had some internet issues, and it's not the internet, it's my PC. Somehow my hardware is really bugging out for the last week or so. It's been doing this, and the only solution I found to fix it was to actually restore it to a point where I fresh installed Windows 11. And you can imagine the trouble that can cause. Everything else has to be reinstalled. Thank goodness I don't have much to install after the fresh install to the restore point, but still it's huge. So, you bastard Roblox. You tricked me yesterday, bro. Roblox basically took me out for my swing. I might look into trading again for possible swings. I took it off. My entry was 38 previous day. This day here, 38s, around 38s. And I somehow exited it just under 38 yesterday. So very, very small loser, I guess. You can call it break even. So the issue with this one was yesterday it just went down, and SPY was also not that great at that point. So I just could not really sort of hold on to it. This is where Powell was speaking, right? Yeah, apparently. And yeah, I mean, it's still cruising along, SPY, as you can see. It's definitely looks like strength is coming into the upside. I've been mentioning this every single time. We've been watching SPY creep along, trending higher and higher, and it's getting faster and faster, the moves, right? You can clearly see, I mean, this whole section, let's say last month, it's just been like strength to the upside. You can clearly see with the candles. If you pay individual attention to the candles, every single green candle is bigger and stronger, apart from few, obviously. But yeah, just way more green candles than your usual red candles, which we have been seeing for the past year or so, which was red candles were dominating on the daily chart. Now we are seeing green candles coming in play. So that's also, if you want to be more visual about it, you can clearly notice it from there. And we are always like making higher highs and sharper. Like this one was from this to this swing low was okay. I mean, medium slope, but then we've got another faster slope here, as you can see, from this to that. And now we have even sharper sloped trend line, which is this, and it's respecting that. I mean, that is really trending high. This probably is a 10 EMA, right? So it's actually respecting the 10 EMA, which means that the trend or the move itself is quite strong and sharp trends sharp strength up to the uptrend. Basically, I can't even talk today. Couldn't even talk. I didn't know what to say there. Anyways, you get the idea, guys. Yeah, so we are really looking really strong on the SPY. The market are very strong. Yesterday, as you can see, we did have a chop. That's why I really recommend you to not trade the first half an hour. And I kept on saying that this every single day, every single week. If you can avoid that first half an hour. Now, the first half an hour is this. Well, you know, it's actually more than for half an hour, but you get the idea, right? So this first half an hour would be this. What? I can't even, okay. So that's the first half an hour, right? From 9:30 to 10. After that, you know, it sometimes goes to 1 hour, but at least you have an area where you can actually sort of start to take some trades into consideration. You can start to really looking for possible opportunities, not before that, because before that this SPY does not go anywhere, it just chops around. I guess it's pretty much because it needs to discover the price, and there must be a lot of big orders sitting, and because of the option plays as well, it needs to adjust. It's pretty much price discovery basically, right? And also because of the futures and all, there's a lot of variables to it, but this is what I've been noticing. The first half an hour, sometimes it could be 15 minutes up to an hour. In this case, it was actually up to 1 hour. There we go, and then it starts to move, right? So yeah, pay attention to the early chop. You want to avoid it if you are a trend-based trader. And if you're not, if you're into choppy environment trader, some of the options strategies actually benefit from these kind of environments, so you could actually benefit from that. So but if you are trending, if you're a trend trader, avoid that first half an hour. I can't stress that enough. Yep. So that is a good example yesterday, and then previous day, exactly. This is perfect. Look at this. This is an example that actually fits perfectly. Look at this, to the tick, guys, okay? This box, right? This box is half an hour, all right? This box is half an hour. Now, as soon as half an hour basically finishes, it started to actually make a real move. Now, I know it's still in that chop, but it actually started to make the real move from then onwards, and it actually trended. So it's not a coincidence you see this every day, guys. If you see something every day, that's a pattern. That is something you can benefit from. All right. Dude, I have tried to go live quite a lot of time. Today has been, I mean, this whole week has been really pissing me off about this whole hardware issues, man. And it's just, it's really like, I need to be prepared by now. By now, I should be exactly, I should have my watch list and everything ready, but I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm not ready at all because of the stress that it bloody costs me a lot of time and effort to fix this. I think I have to upgrade my motherboard. There is some issue with the motherboard, with the Ethernet port or something like that. Even the USB to Ethernet is not working. It's just silly, man. It's just silly. Anywho, I'll look into that. But let me go through my. So you know, I don't have to talk about SPY every day, guys. If you want my analysis, go back to the stream a few days ago or a day ago, yesterday, previous days, every single day. I am long biased on it. I've been long biased on it since these days. So almost every single day, I'm only looking for longs, not looking for shorts at all, unless we have, like, you know, even if I do look for shorts, it'll probably be smaller than my longs. I'm going to be honest, because the strength is to the upside, and I want to be with the major wave and not against it. So that's the plan with SPY, guys. Please pay attention to the levels that we are looking at today, which on SPY, yesterday had a really strong day after the speech. And we've got 415 was the close yesterday. 415, very, very strong close. In fact, close to the high of the recent move, right? So it is gapping down, which is kind of understandable completely. We can understand that because after these kind of moves, we do tend to get some sort of a pullback, which we're getting. So that's fine. I think what we're looking for is gap fill attempt, maybe gap fill attempt towards 415. So this area also could be a good level to watch, see if it starts to reject from it or not. If it does go towards that level, right? 415s. And then to the downside, if we start to drift down, taking out the, I guess, you know, even if we do try, I mean, it's already down, gap down a little bit. Levels, intraday level I'm looking at, a daily level I can't probably, I really cannot see much, to be honest. Yeah, I mean 413 is something that if it does take that out, maybe it can drift down. 410, huge level though. I mean, if any day it does pull back towards that, don't ignore 410. It's a huge daily level, and these are the levels that you can actually start to maybe consider reversals off of it to the upside. Okay, so we've got about $3 to go to 410, which is very close actually. Today it could happen. Now, if it does happen, my plan is that if I will start to look for bounces off of this level because it is big. Now, initially, if it does go there with some force, we might go over and under it, but that doesn't mean that the level has been broken or void. I just make sure that it doesn't close under 410, this box, and then starts to drift down. That's when it's going to be the levels completely violated and done. But if we get like some sort of a, let's say, let me give you an example. Just bring out the side. So basically, if it does go like somewhat like this and then goes in between the levels, maybe once it goes back, but really sort of immediately returns back to above 410 or 410s and starts trending like that, that is usually the entry point here. And that's it. That's where the bounce is going to come. Notice that I'm not going to be taking it on the level or on the approach to the level straight away. No, I will want to wait for this price action. What happens? Some sort of a pattern that I can actually sort of benefit from. Some sort of a reversal pattern, right? Some sort of reversal patterns around the level here. Yeah, this is what I want to see around the level, right? So yeah, that's what I'm looking for on a SPY. So now, what if it goes towards that gap fill and it starts to fail off of this area? Now, that area isn't as strong as 410, but because we have our main move to the upside, right? We will tend to break the resistance easier than the support. Just remember that. So this level, although it could be big, 415 is a big level as well, and it's a really good, yesterday's close is there as well as some daily level. But I'm not paying too much emphasis on the resistance when SPY is trending like this. Just remember, if there is a lot of force to one direction, then let me give you an example of if there is a flood somewhere, right? And there's a force to the obviously downward slope. It's just the waves and the water and the mud is really sort of unstoppable, right? If you put a barrier, trees, walls even, or anything not very strong, it's just going to destroy it. It's just going to destroy and carry on, right? So the force, you want to be with the force or against it. So that's why resistance, pay attention to it, yes, but just remember that it's not going to be as strong as the support when in a trending uptrending environment. Okay. With that being said, let's carry on to the analysis. So what happens if we start to reject from it? Well, we're going to watch what it does around that area. If it does gap fill and starts to reject, then we can try to sort of benefit from it, because we do see some sort of extension on the daily, especially yesterday. So we might see some sort of pullback initially, but that's probably going to be a scalping opportunity. So that is what I'm looking for. Now I'm going to go to quickly start to look at my scanners, guys, because it's just before 9 a.m. EST. I want to make sure that I get everything. GSUN has moved, but now ZI has moved and ZM has moved. Okay, so Zoom and Zoom Info Technology. Okay, ZI and Zoom, are they together? ZI and Zoom. All right, I'm just gonna put this later. I'll look at it. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the watch list. Well, I do have a watch list, but it's not very like. I usually clean them up, so I filter a lot of things. Microsoft has done a great. Well done on the Microsoft yesterday, by the way, Snickers. Great job, buddy. You're killing it. Google has really done well. OSH, GapTop, ZI, RCL. Let's have a look at RCL. RCL actually yesterday was a earnings gapper. This one was a really decent day trading opportunity here, actually. Earnings play, and Oasis knows about this method that we use for earnings gago, and that was a really decent move, and then later it faded off, but reclaimed very, very quickly. The strength it reclaimed, and this looks great. The only problem with this one is overextended. Let's keep this just in case. RCL, and I am running out of time. ATVI is 14 million volume. I don't like that. ATVI. Let's have a look at it just in case. ATVI, not CI, right? Okay, it's gapping down. So there's a lot of action on this one. The range on this. Let's have a look. I'm just going to write this down because I don't want to miss. All right, Paradays. We don't have anything there. We have short of the para. AI soon. Ape. CVNA. Coin. BBAI. Okay, BBAI looks interesting, but they are AI based, so this one is very, very interesting for shorting opportunities. Maybe I already have that in the list anyways. Okay, so the only one left is the big names. Nvidia is done really, they are very strong, man, those ones. BP really went up, but I don't like to trade that. Lucy, yesterday I saw that. RIG keeps creeping along. ZI and RCL, and okay. That's pretty much it for the scanners. Let's go to pre-market. What are we looking at? Well, basically on pre-market, we've got EVAX, QBT. We'll have a look at those. I just consider the volume to be, I mean, this is also 21% gap, right? BRTX, but look at the volume, right? Nothing. 3,660. Nothing. These are, however, these are like 808 million volume, is it? It could be 880,000 volume or something like that. This 2.4. I can't calculate. Yeah, that's 2 million. Yeah, 8.8 million. That's huge, right? A QBT 2 million, and this ZH is in 3 millions. So I filter out with the volume. I don't really care how much is gapped up. Something could be gapping up hundreds of percentages, but the volume is like what, 1,000. It's just it doesn't work that way. So we've got EVAX, QBT, and ZH. Let's have a look at those. Find you something nice and gapping. EVAX. Is this a? Yeah, well, it's gone. Yeah, it's done. QBT is done. Oh, what an opportunity on QBT. Those two were really good for pre-market trading, and these are the ones I trade. Shit. I know EVAX. I've traded this multiple times, probably in double digits. This wasn't very clear, but the other one was very beautiful for shorts. Whew, beautiful. The other one we have, which is a slightly lower volume, but this one looks like a, what is this? Is this ChatGPT? Oh my god, man. Hyundai shares are trending higher following the Reuters report, citing Shanghai Securities News, suggesting Yan Yudao may launch ChatGPT homologous technologies products. Okay, fine. Anything, the rest is, you know, blah blah to me, but the only thing I hear is ChatGPT. that's all I hear, and I've been saying this like. So there you go. That's your gap up. I think this is too much of a gap for it, and we might see some drift off coming, just like we saw on yesterday, which was Baidu. It was on Baidu. Yesterday we saw on Baidu, because of that the whole ChatGPT thing, it gaps up huge, right, and it drifts down, and I was like, this is going to drift down a little bit further down. So it did actually go all the way to 154s, but it still held it really strongly. It actually held. I was kind of expecting it to go maybe 153s, around that area. It's just off $1. Today is gapping down as well. It's just too stretched out, to be honest. So we'll see about that. But I think DAO does not have enough volume, does it? It really doesn't have that much volume, so it's actually gapping up to 825 right there. So there could be some opportunities on this one. I will keep this. DAO. Let's keep that. Okay, so KPRX, guys. KPRX was very strange. I took it early pre-market, and later on as well I had some profit. So it was break even basically, and then I kept on waiting for this. I actually extended the stream. I didn't know I had to leave early as well, but I extended the stream just because I was watching this one closely, and I just could not wait enough. You know, it was supposed to be taking the lows out here, and it didn't. It was supposed to take out the lows here, it didn't. And then just when I left, it actually started to do exactly what I planned that this was going to do. These entries, these shorts were actually in an attempt to catch this move, not this move. The only reason why I exited this was because the price action was really sort of against my trade. So I exited very quickly. But the whole idea of this entry was a massive move down from, we're talking from 516s all the way to 416, something like that. Which is huge percentage move. Now I think it's done. So that was it just messed me up. It took such a long time before it started moving. So it is what it is. It happens, guys. You miss some, you get some. All right, let's clear that off. Okay, what else did we have? We have ZH. We still have time. We're going to look at your levels as well. Snicker, just bear with me. You still here? You still here, or you snoozed off because it's too boring for you? That's just not. It's not going to work. Anyways, that's pretty much it. We'll refresh this see if I see anything else. EVAX HOTH is coming up, but with some volume. So is it enough? Is it enough? It could be. I'll just keep it, but I don't see that it's going to go further. If anything, I'll probably be shorting this thing on the pop. It looks like it's just it's going to get shorted, but I'll pay attention to QBT. We did have a look. QBT we did. Yeah, we did. FTNT. Okay, FTNT. Okay, this is a proper gapper. Okay, this is the one that interests me, guys. FTNT is gapping up with some decent catalyst, which is earnings beat, I believe. Yeah, earnings beat. So, I mean, for this, for these numbers, there's not much of a bigger beat on it, but there might be something else obviously going on. It moves really strongly. Like it goes from 54s all the way to 64s, almost 64s, right? Um, that is huge. Like that's $10 move for a $60 stock or $50, depending on where you take what you're considering. Really bad daily, really bad daily. This is beautiful. This is what you want to be getting into, and this is what you want to get into, and this is what you want to freaking avoid. But I think we might be coming out of this whole thing. We've got a few trend lines that we need to consider. I think the better one is this one. Better one is that one. So it's actually broken that one, 54, and actually broken the bigger one as well. So it's way over this whole junk of a daily price action. So we might see this one continue to trend higher as we saw before, because this has a history of running really nicely. So it's got to be a fundamentally strong stock. FTNT is going to be on my watch list, guys. That's all I'm going to say, probably for swings. So FTNT is probably the only gapper that I'm going to be watching today. All right, let's have a look at yesterday's one, ATVI. ATVI. Just don't like that. It's just on and off. It's really, really choppy. So I'm going to remove that. BBBY is done. BBAI, obviously that's something I can look for shorting opportunities. GNS yesterday was a bit funny. GNS has been really funny, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's why is my freaking thingy? This is what I. Okay, so GNS is. I've got to admit, guys, this is really holding up, man. I'm really thinking like this thing is. It's just not fading off. I expect a bigger pullback on this. Every time I do say that, it just goes down and then just reclaims next day. So I'm really long biased on this one, guys. I probably would be careful shorting this thing. And let's have a look at CVNA. CVNA is still there, looking really good. Maybe possible pullback. Break of 14 could be a nice little entry for long. Actually, I'm looking for longs on this one. This is quite a strong stock, by the way. Snap was something that I kept yesterday, which was just chop. Yep, I'm gonna remove that. I don't like it. RCL was also, well, RCL is for them today. OMER is also one of those that I kept for second day continuation, I believe, but it just didn't do much, to be honest. ZI from today, Zoom from today, of course. All right, let's have a look at your levels. What do we got? What do we got, buddy? What have we got? Which levels are we talking about? Let me just bring up the... I'm going to quickly go through our boy Snickers levels, which we do every day. And this is going to benefit from for people... pass me some Wi-Fi. Thank you, buddy. We need that. So this is for people who actually trade the major caps. It might benefit from it as well. So... SPY call over 416, 420, puts under, okay. SPY. Over 416 is your level. Yeah, I agree. 415 is a better level. 415 breaks, that's where you start looking for longs, yeah. Yep, and 416 kind of is there, yes, but from 415 all the way to 416, there's... I'm not gonna lie, that is also a strong level. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie here, guys. This is quite a bit of a strong level, this whole thing. So take it. I will say this though. Depends on what the first 30 minutes of trading looks like. It will depend on that. So see what happens. Yeah, my watch is saying I've been sitting for a while. I don't want to say it. Anyway, so that's SPY. What are we looking at? 412 is the put. 412s agreed, but you might be a little bit close. 412 might be a bit close. maybe from 412 to 410, there's not much in between. So you can say, even from 413s, you can say that towards the 410. So there's quite a bit of room. So if you're okay with $2 move, then yeah, I think that's fine. But remember, after 412 comes 410, which is a massive support level. So you're good with that, okay? MSFT call, MSFT. Let's have a look at the daily. Forget about the intraday at this point. So we've got 274 put under 268, 274, 274. Over 274. Yeah, I agree. 274 is the breakout area. Yeah, it's the high of the pre-market, as well as there's no daily level that's stopping it. So, yep, 274 right about here. Just remember, it's a gap up, and also you want to wait, as you know. Anyways, why am I explaining it to you? You know the drill, right? What the hell. Anyways, 268 is put. So 268, I would say, is a really good level. Yes, I agree with that, 100%. Apple looking good with the levels, huh? Snicker, dude, you got a Apple. What are we looking at? 157 put under 152. 157. Apple 157. I think 157 is slightly further out. I know what you mean though. 157, just over 157. But that's going to be stretched out though. Like, if it goes from 154 all the way to 157s, how far is it going to go from 157? So be very careful with this one. I think 155 breaks, then I think that's a better option, because you have more room to go upside, to the upside. So I would say 155 is a better level, just over 155.20. Okay, that's the zone. For the downside, we have 152. 152. Yeah. Yeah, that is actually decent. Yeah. Even 153 is okay in this case. Yeah, even 153 will be okay, because at this point, your SPY is going to be reaching that the first level that you were watching, right? Looks good. All right, so what else? Amazon. Really nice move, pulls back to 100, a really decent bounce from hundreds. I know it went beyond 100, but then again, if you look at the bigger picture, let's call it 100, guys. Let's not be too picky on this. But this is quite strong, guys. I think this has I like this. If you're going to be trading longs, I'm going to be probably looking at this bad boy, because it's actually at the level that I wanted to take out. It's very close to it. And if it does stay above this level, I'm not looking for any other levels waiting for it. No. If this gets taken out, guys, 102.40, 102.50, that's my long opportunity there. 102. Yeah, I mean, 105 is a bit too far, bro. 105, but as I said again, from here onwards all the way to goes to 105, we've got a huge ATR that's covered, right? So yeah, I think 102.50 right here. If it does take this out, that's a long, and this is interesting to me, to be honest. No, usually I'm not really excited about large caps. So Amazon looks good for longs over 102.50. Good. Under 100. Under 100 is a put. Are we going to reach there? I think we might. Yeah, under 100, I agree, 100%. Definitely agreed. Tesla calls over. Okay, so did you get the idea on the Amazon snicker? Tesla call over 200, put under 186, put under 186, which is quite a long way to go. This is a difficult one. Guys. Tesla is a very difficult one. The reason why I'm saying this is because the daily is just not there for me. It's just I don't have the energy on this kind of daily. Honestly, Tesla is a difficult one. The only thing I would say is yes, over 200 definitely makes sense, but anything low, I would say under 190. Under 190. Your levels are way off, bro. We're talking 186. How is it going to reach 186? That's $10 move, bro. Instead, this is a better level. You see this? 190. 190 is definitely a better level to maybe consider if it does go below that, maybe short biased, yeah. So, but then to the top side, yes, 200 makes sense. That way you're avoiding the chop, and it's not that far off of 200. So the possibilities are that it could actually take that out, yeah. But making sure that SPY also is in a trending environment if you're going to be taking these longs, yeah. All right, let's have a look at Meta. Okay, let's have a look. I've been watching Meta as well, guys, lately. I've been watching. I missed the big one on this one. Every day I look at it and I say, shit. Anyways, yeah, Meta 194. 194 looks good. Over 200 definitely looks. That's too far though. What's your call on that? 196, 196. 196 is yeah. 194 is a better area. 194 is a better area. Right? Yeah, 194 better area. Definitely better than 196, because by that time 196. Even I would say on this one, I think 192. 192 right now. If it does take this out, I think I'm long biased on this one. Even if it does take it, because yeah, that's the level it needs to take it out. Okay, that's why I think Meta under 182 for the puts. 182 is too much, which is here. 182 goes down. I would say 185, even 190. I think, yeah, even 190. Honestly, that's 185 is too. 182 is too far. The levels are too far. Anyways, that's fine. At least you're giving it a room to chop around, just in case. Good. Nvidia calls over 232. Nvidia, remember this is stretched out. It is quite strong. I'm not going to deny that. It's very stretched out. Look at the trending slope on this one. It's massive. It's really fast. This is what scares me as well about these. But the good thing about Nvidia is it's not your normal very parabolic trend. It's a very stable, strong trend. What do I mean by that? It goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back. But the pullbacks are very minimal. But then you will find these kind of stocks to be pulling back like this, because it hadn't actually had the real pullback, right? So for example, from this one, this was also, remember, this was also very sharp trending environment, right? Very sharp. And then all of a sudden we had some smaller pullbacks. Yes, this is very similar. This is stronger though, but this one had similar idea. But then once it broke that trend line, it actually pulled back way bigger. That's what I'm expecting on this one. Because if you look at this move, let's say this move is all the way from lows to the highs is this move, we might be seeing similar sort of move from here to there. You see that? Right? So it's already, if you have studied Elliott wave, you kind of can put 2 and 2 together. So we might, I'm kind of thinking there might be a pullback on this one, honestly. I'm a bit inclined towards the puts on this one. Okay, level wise, Nvidia calls over 232s. Quite high though, quite high. Just a bit careful on this longs. But what I would like to see on this one is actually, it is strong. It's already done its pullback. So that bigger pullback, we don't know when it's going to come. But until then, we have to look at the strength of the trend and say, well, this is strong. You know, we just can't really do what we think is going to happen. We need to just respond to what's happening. What's happening is a strength. It's actually broken to 220, and it's long biased. At this point, it's long, right? But definitely also remember that there might be a pullback coming any day, this week or next week. But level-wise, 225, even 225 is a little bit, yeah, 225 snicker for long biased. Yeah, 225, bro. Yep, 100%. That's what I'm thinking on this. 225 is much better level than way up there. We do have really strong daily level 227, but that's $2 away, so that's fine. Yeah, okay. To the put side on Nvidia is 220. 220 makes kind of sense because this thing. Yeah, to be honest, that 220 makes sense. I agree with that one. 220 put, yeah, definitely makes sense. So I'm gonna leave the mark for you just in case if we discuss that later. Yeah, this is, I agree with that 100%. 221, 222, 223s, these levels are too close to the price anyways. Those are not as strong as this one, 220s. Well done on that. Okay, so what else have we got? Last one, Disney. So Disney basically gaps up to 112.60 from 111.60 on the $1 cap. Not much, not much of a volume on the gap as well. We are expecting after market close today. There's earnings on it, so be very careful if you're going to be trading Disney, unless you know the secrets. The numbers that are going to come out. If you have insider information, then that's a different story. And I'm not recommending you to be trading with the insider information. That's going to get you in jail. But I would be very, very careful if you're going to be swinging this thing, because I mean, these are the ones that you got to be a bit careful, because remember, this whole move could have happened because somebody knows something, right? So just be careful. Even though it's a good earnings report, it might not actually go further beyond this whole area. Not sure about Disney though. Yeah, I mean, we do have earnings level wise 11360, 11360, bro. Yeah, 11360. Eesh. Yeah, I agree. 11360. Yep. But this one is not gonna, from here onwards to there, that's already gonna cover ATR, and half of it ATR is gonna be covered, and then from there it's only gonna go towards 115, and then we have 115 to deal with. So yeah, very, very, I mean, it says gapping up. If it does pull back, and actually better area for considering longs on this probably would be if it does pull back towards 112s and then starts to, you know, bounce, but you don't play those kinds, you play the breakouts. These are the pullback entries. So if it does pull back to 112s and starts to create some sort of a pattern, reversal pattern to the upside, then yeah, that could be the first entry, and then you can always take the second entry on the breakouts for sure to build up that position. But that's my guess anyways. 113 also is interesting. 113 itself is quite interesting actually. 11180 is your level, which is kind of, yep, for the puts. Okay. That's a bit close though. That's a bit too close, bro. 11180 is just a bit too close. You can say that this zone, what I created here, If this whole area gets taken out, let's say to the downside, but you have to make it a bit bigger if you're going to think that. So you can just put 1 or 2 case scenarios where you say to yourself, well, you know what, Disney, if it does go to this box or this support zone of ours, anywhere around here, because we do have levels here, and if it starts to bounce away from this zone, then that's where I'm going to be starting to look for longs. However, if it starts to trade around this zone here and then it starts to take the lows out, the zone, the 1160s out, then you can say to yourself, you know what, that is my puts in action now, right? That is what I think. Hopefully that makes sense to you, Snicker, and hopefully that's nothing big major changes on your game plan because of my analysis. And don't let it ruin your analysis. If you've done your good due diligence and everything, then these are only my thoughts anyways when it comes, especially when it comes to levels and the way a stock works. I've seen it over the number of years, especially with the ATR. You have to really pay big attention to ATR, Snicker. That's the only issue with breakout trading is a lot of people don't consider ATR to be a big factor. It is a big factor. It's a massive factor on how, yeah. But yeah, no, I wish you the best of luck today. Hope you're gonna nail it today as well as you've been doing for the past few weeks now, which is great to see, man. And let's take it from there. Now, the one that I was excited about was Amazon. And hopefully this is not gonna take out. Yeah, my internet's just, yeah. Oh, it's at hitting that, guys. It's going for it. This is what I'm afraid of. It goes for it and then takes that out and then doesn't give us a chance. But it will. It will. It's still early. Actually, you know what? It's not early. It's what is 9:28. So we've got 2 minutes to open. 1 hour, 1 minute and a half. So this could be actually really good. Let it work out. Let it take it out and then see what it does. So that is my level I'm watching on Amazon. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's do this. Right? Let us do this, guys. Best of luck, guys, if you're going to be trading. Just be careful. The first half an hour, especially if you're going to be doing major caps, just be careful. Extremely be careful unless you're scalping. Alright, let's watch Amazon because that seems to be stronger. Let's watch our SPY. Alright, so I'm gonna keep Amazon here on my smaller charts, and then the rest basically stays here. I don't know about GNS though, but hey, RCL. What is a ZI? ZI. Zoom. ZI Zoom. What? GNS. And we've got our FTNT. FTNT is the gapper that I'm interested, guys. I didn't mention that, right? Hopefully you were there. FTNT. I'm just gonna leave it to do what it does normally. Give it like 5-10 minutes maybe, and see what we can find from that. Okay, FTNT. Let's have a look at our FTNT. Amazon is hitting that level, guys. 102.40s right now. 102.40s. 102.50 breaks, then that's long biased on that one. But it's still early. I wish really it actually took that out later on, not now. Oh, it's taking it out. It's taking it out, guys. Amazon. Amazon. This is what I meant. Okay, here we go. But is this, I mean, this could also be early price discovery, early open drive, basically. It usually doesn't last. Yeah, there you go. You see what I mean? So this doesn't normally last. That's why you've got to be very careful if you're going to be taking breakout trading at the open. That's why you wait. Okay, there's that chop I was waiting for. There's that chop. You see that? Boom, boom. Traps everybody and then carries on. Let's see what it does. Let's just wait for the calm after the storm. Let's just wait for it. Just gonna have my phone here so I can see. Yeah, SPY is just chopping around at this point. It is in that chop zone, so I'm not really surprised at what SPY is doing right now. Okay. So if I close this, is that going to affect my stream? It shouldn't affect my stream, right? Yeah. So Amazon is really fading off now. That's weakness right now. Quite a bit of a fade, guys. So that's a lot of things are fading, guys, earlier on. So this means that SPY is going to also fade off. So we are actually expecting a little bit of a fade off. Maybe a little bit of a red day. Who knows? But I mean, look, we do have some extension on the SPY, and then we are due for at least some sort of a pullback. We did actually have a pullback from 418 all the way to 408s. But even then, they closed up green those pullback days. So it was only the gap was making it pullback. Why did I write Zoom instead of CM? Have I lost my mind, guys? I must be. DAO. DAO is one of those that I wanted to short, and it's looking like it's a nice short. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one that came up with the AI chat GPT thing, isn't it? Ah, Microsoft. Okay. MSFT. Let's go, baby. Oh yeah, it did hit that. Yes, sir. MSFT hit that 274, breaks it. Beautiful. Look at this one. Breaks it, comes back to 274, bounce off of it. That's your entry. Pure entry. Beautiful, because that thing is, after this bounce, your risk is very tight. It's just at the low of that bounce. Very simple. And you just want to catch these. That's really strong. Look at the way it's actually gapping. This is the difference between a strong stock and a weaker stock. Amazon was a bit disappointing, to be honest, because I was kind of hoping that actually we might still see that on Amazon, to be honest. Yeah, Apple is Microsoft is killing it, guys. And what was the I didn't watch it. What was the news that brought that we were discussing? Amazon, dude. Amazon, don't know. But MSFT though, MSFT. Boy oh boy, looking real decent. Yeah, it's a bit late now. I mean, it's just broken already, and yep, 274. Yeah. We might have to sit on our hands in the beginning. CVNA is moving for me. CVNA. This could actually be a nice. This is yesterday's highs. See if it starts to reject from it. It actually took that off without any problems. So what's the news on this one? This is really moving fast, guys. This is like it's going really strong. This seems like, oh wow, look at the volume building up on this one. Okay, there's something going on this, guys. I don't see any news on this one, but there's got to be something happening here. I know it's a very strong stock. It's definitely a strong. It's one of those, CVNA is one of those that I actually missed a swing on right here. On the, I believe I was talking about, you see this day here, I actually had a marker on this one as well, 8, around the break of 8, but I missed it completely. So that's why I'm keeping it, just keep an eye on it. Micro Amazon looks short. Amazon looks short to me, to be honest. But hey, that's still early. It is still early. DAO. Zoom. Zoom is also one of those that came from the scanner. Yesterday it had a very strong day. What was the strength about? Zoom. Wow, what was the news on this move? Okay, so there's an upgrade on it. There's an upgrade for it, but that's for today. But yesterday, what was yesterday's news? Let's have a look. This is when Powell spoke, right? Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense after the speech or before the speech, but it's just, yeah, just don't. But it is quite strong. 84 breaks and holds. This actually right now is actually a long on it. But 84, this one has huge spread as well. Our SPY has taken the high of day, guys, by the way. SPY has taken a high of day. And it continues to climb up. This is what I was expecting from SPY, by the way, guys. Gap fill. Gap fill. Because when it does gap down small amount, it does tend to go for a gap fill. So this means that Microsoft, things that are strong is going to start to show some strength, right? Yeah, so SPY is actually taking the high out. 414s are getting hit. It took it out. Still under 414. Would like to see over 414, but yeah, this is actually moving. 414, yeah, interesting. And then we have our 415. Remember, 415 is the gap fill area. That's where I'm kind of hoping it actually reaches there without any pullback, so I can actually start taking reversals. FTNT, by the way, guys, I am looking into this one. FTNT, where are you? Long over 60 50s. In fact, over 60, but then, yeah, even now is fine. 60 50s. 60 50s, 60 53s, 60 53s. All right, I'm long on this one, guys. This is a longer opportunity, bigger stop with a low of day stop, guys. It might be smaller than that, but that's the worst case scenario. Around this area here, guys, is the long. So I'm long FTNT for possible opportunity to grab some decent move on this earnings report gap. and go. But I'm just expecting this to be quite choppy. These things usually are choppy, so that's why my starters are very, very small. We're talking 25%. That's why my stop can be a bit bigger, so I can hold it a little bit. I can even hold it until the low of the pre-market, which is not that far, yeah. And then once it starts to actually make some real decent move, then I will start to add to it. That's the plan with it. I'll leave it. Later on, I'll update you guys with that. Zoom is just back down. SPY is showing strength. Amazon is somehow creating some sort of DAO is a short. Amazon is also looking like it's a decent short, to be honest. What's up, Oasis? Welcome, buddy. How you doing? Welcome. Still lurking in the background? Oh, Zoom is failing. Zoom is crashing down. All right, no worries, no worries. Yeah, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much, to be honest. No, we're just still waiting. The only thing I took was FTNT long. Right now, 60/50s. This is pretty much an earnings gaggle setup and a possible swing idea as well. So that's why I took it with a stop at the low of day. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at. It's a starter position. I want to make sure that it actually starts to trade over 62s, 6150s for me to even consider adding. RCL is somehow at the highs of the day. 75 breaks. This could, but the volume I don't like on this one. Volume I don't like at all. What is our AI doing? AIs are doing great. 5.6 breaks on this one. That's gonna go. This is also doing really well. It's actually hit the SSR and then continues to rise. AI is doing really well. Look at this, guys. I don't want to trade this. Baidu is actually really failing. Well, what an opportunity missed on Baidu. Whew. What a beautiful opportunity missed on Baidu. Sorry, guys. I actually missed that. I wasn't watching it like... Market is not weak. Market is gap down, yes, but it's attempting to gap fill now. It's a gap down. But then you can imagine that gap down happening because yesterday was a big green day. So after those kind of big green days, expect the market to actually gap down a little bit. That's usual. That's very, because of the futures as well. It's trading pretty much non-stop, right? So it has to catch up with the futures. But look at that CVNA though. Whew. I mean, I'm just going to probably miss the whole move on CVNA because I'm so stubborn on taking chase. I'm thinking everything is a chase, but it's sometimes you've got to take some chase as well. And look at this. I mean, I was actually watching 14 today, and this is where it actually broke. And look at the perfect breakout. This is the perfect breakout, guys. If you don't know what a perfect breakout looks like from a level, let's say, for example, we have our zone or level here, right? That's got to be bigger than that. So let's say our zone is here. Okay, that's our zone. It goes to the zone, breaks it with really decent volume. It's quite interesting. Very interesting. Look at the primary move. Look at this move, right? It speaks to you. It's just telling you that I am strong. My volume, a lot of buyers are in there. There's a lot of confidence in the buyers on this. There's a lot of big, yeah, it's just pure clear. And then pullback is very tiny, but to the what? To the 14. To the tick. And it takes about 2 minutes, 3 minutes to pull back and then breaks that the congestion there. And then look at that. This cannot get any better than this, guys. Look, snapshot this thing if you want to really look for the most successful breakout ever, right? Look at that, the pullback, look at the pullback, very tiny, and it's decreasing volume on the pullback. And then all of a sudden you've got rising volume again on this primary move, which is perfect entry for the 14 break. And here it goes, it's gonna run. And well done YB for missing that. Yeah, I guess, you're right. We have to be slightly switching our bias. Remember, we've been saying this as well with the SPY. SPY is in a bull market, and anytime it moves to the upside, we do tend to get some really decent moves. So what is a chase in these kind of environments, right? It's a matter of basically if it has extended, as long as we have that pullback because of the profit taking and all that is done, then yeah, you should always stick to the plan basically to go for the next move up. And just on this one, may I remind you that it wasn't actually a chase. Honestly, it wasn't a chase because I was watching 14. Tesla, what's Tesla doing? Oh wow, Tesla broke 200. Yes sir, let's go. Breaks 200, carries on. Yes sir. This one was actually a similar idea to CVNA, breaks that 198, very similar. Look at that, look at the volume, look at, beautiful man. I mean, this has got to be like, you've got to snapshot this thing. I mean, come on. Come on, man. I mean, you can't just ignore this beauty here, right? Let's say that's your level. Breaks it, pulls back with decreasing volume, and then carries on with the increasing volume. Beautiful. You've got to snapshot this. It's worth a snapshot. Definitely, guys. You can't really. Oh, beautiful. Let's see, where am I gonna put this? Because I'm gonna forget this later, guys, if I don't do it now. So, trading, chart studies. I'm gonna put okay, that's done. And we had CVNA, right? CVNA. Just beauty, just beauty. I'm gonna take actually daily of CVNA as well. Just put some notes on this one. And this one is gonna get saved to perfect CVNA. Okay, that could be our lesson for some time. We are getting a rejection on SPY, which is kind of normal. It attempted to fill the gap. It couldn't, so we might see some sort of a weakness, or we might be going into a choppy environment. We will have to find out. But remember, the volume, look at this volume when it's dropping. That is not a pullback. This here is not a pullback. And even if it is, it's going to be if it does bounce from it, that's a trap. But that's not a pullback. This is a main move. This here is a main move, guys. You will see. So yeah, there it goes. You see that? So you know. And Amazon's short on after this would have been beautiful in line, because I was saying Amazon is definitely weak now, and this is where you would have taken it. Beautiful. So yeah. Yes, sir. Screen time absolutely helps. Does help a lot. But just remember that we are on that pullback mode at this point on SPY. If you've taken anything. Tesla, oof, is doing another one. It breaks that 201 and then pulls back and then boom. So the micro pullbacks on this one. This is what's called micro pullback, like 2-3 bars of pullback and then continues. Just yeah, micro pullback, beautiful. And let's see CVNA. CVNA is pretty much same. Yeah, pretty much same. Now it's struggling a little bit though. Struggling a little bit, but if it takes that 15 out, boy oh boy, it's gonna run. Interesting. Wow, Amazon was the big fail for me. Big miss, sorry, not fail, big miss, big miss, because I was definitely watching this for a short. I missed it by like few seconds. Amazon. This is gonna really bother me now because it is my setup, it is my strategy, everything is in line. It's actually rejected from a level that I was really strongly watching. Everything was in line with it. I just missed it. Just missed it. Oh, you're promoting yourself, Snickers. That's not right, buddy. You shouldn't be promoting yourself. You're not, you know, you haven't really gotten the permission from us, right? Zell, Oasis, me, everybody has to give you permission. What are you doing, son? Beautiful. Amazon. MSFT is drifting down as well. Tesla is, yeah, Tesla is due for a pullback as well. Yeah, partial would be great, but Amazon though, whoo, this is good. Beautiful intraday price action. Just a bit choppy on this pullback, I would say. A little bit choppy, but yeah, it was very clear. It was very clear, as you can see. Right, that breaks. Actually, after the break of 101 was a much better, safer, much safer entry. This is also one of those that is worth snapshotting. Definitely, everything is in line with it. Rejects from levels that we were watching on the pre-market, stronger levels, daily levels, and then that's our initial move. Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Just keep working. Look, I mean, if you put effort into your trades, you will do well. The problem happens is when people start to actually stop working for the trades, just because they've been trading for a while, they think that everything's fine now. That's when things go wrong. Okay, why are we seeing... So FTNT is just hovering around. I really am waiting for that 61 breaks. Now, if it does break, then I can probably add to it and then add to it over the break of 62s, but from 58.70s all the way to... Yeah, I'm worried about the ATR as well. So that 61 is holding up really strongly. So are we seeing a proper reversal from it? At this point, it's hard to tell, but we could be seeing a proper reversal. I'm not worried about this entry though, because that's a very small starter. But I'll start to fill up on this one on the 61 break and then 62. Yeah, that's the plan with this one, guys. There's not much I can do on that. IQ is just hovering around, just playing around. Roblox yesterday really messed me up for a really possible good swing, guys. For a really good possible swing. Now this could definitely be the start of it, yes, but I just missed big time on this one, guys. Why do I say that? Well, yesterday I took it at 38. No, actually the day before, right? The day before I took it at 38. So this day I took it around 38, around here somewhere, I believe. And then next day, which is yesterday, it actually goes down under 38 here and then just starts to drift down. Looking at this one, yes, intraday wise, it was a good decision to come out because it went all the way to 37.50s, which have been which would have been too much to hold, but it just really reclaimed back again, and today is showing much better strength. This is exactly what I was trying to hold it for, and we are gonna see probably 2-3 days of really strong moves on this one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm paying attention to FTNT as well, guys. Just pay attention to that if you can. FTNT needs to get some volume and break that 61, and that's when things get interesting, guys. FTNT long over 61s is due now. We need to make sure we are getting, okay, volume is coming in. 60.96. $61.15. I added $61.15. Okay, let's see what happens. So that's FTNT update. Now, if you had taken anything, for me, it's still not a huge size, to be honest. Look at this volume, though. Look at this volume. We want the volume. Volume is great, right? We want the price to stay now. We want the price to be staying here. The last thing we want to see is the rejection or a rug pull on this one with this volume. That will be scary. But at this point, if it starts to stay like that, okay, that's what I don't want. That's what I don't want. So, yeah, that's what I was afraid of, basically. But it could be just that early chop, trying to sort of take the weak hands off, and then yeah. The bounce came in nicely as well from the pullback. It depends on how this closes. But then this is also, remember, this is a bigger picture idea. So not too worried about small little movements, you know, and especially with the 1 minute chart. Not too worried about it. It does look good. On 5 minutes as well, it's kind of a bit funny. It's a dodgy. But we are going to be seeing that 61 break. If it does break and close above this, especially on the 5 minutes, it's going to look really good. So we could wait for that to break over 61s. ZI is looking good for a possible short right about now. The one that I was watching with a zoom right now. Really good. 5 minute doesn't show much, but look at this. Under 29. Actually, let me look if I can. 29s. Alright, I'll pay attention to it on the side. We have RCL bouncing, we have FTNT doing its thing. And yeah, this one, if it does close under 29, that's your short entry with the possible stop of about 20 cents, just over 29.20. But if you want to really be sure about the stop, 29.32 break would be the ideal stop on this. So about, let's say about 30 cents stop max for a possible move of a huge possible move, right? We're talking at least 28, so we got a dollar move. That's yeah. SPY definitely getting choppy right now. SPY definitely getting choppy. Choppylicious. All right, what's our FTNT doing? There you go, FTNT. Break that 61.40, and we're going to be looking really good with this one. Now, if we start to break 62s, guys, the stop definitely will have to go just around under 60s, and then I'm just going to leave it, right? That's going to be left without touching anything on the stop. I'm not going to trail the stop any further up after it breaks that 61. Even 61.50 breaks, I'll move it up under 60s. But right now I can't do that because it hasn't really done as the move that I was expecting on it. So this goes on my watch list for the swing as well. So FTNT is there. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's what I like to see. Raising up a digit is huge progress. And if you could do that after proving to yourself or after weeks and weeks of trading, that's what you want to be doing it. That's how you want to be doing it. Not just randomly thinking that, oh, higher position sizing is going to help your trading. No. If you can't do it with a $20 risk, you can't do it with $200 risk. Not at all. That's not how it works. So props to you, buddy Snicker. You are progressing nicely and slowly. So really happy to see that, to be honest. Because I've seen a lot of people who actually go in very big very soon. Especially seeing some success. But making sure that you're actually doing it in a stable manner is going to help you in the long way. Yes, there chops a lot. It's just going over 61s and it gets really heavily shorted this thing. But that could still be really choppy environment. These ones usually do that. I'm not gonna lie. They're not very cleanest of the breakouts. In fact, breakouts usually aren't very ideal on this. That's why I actually started here. But we'll have to see if it does actually take out the low of day today. CVNA, however, looked really nice. Beautiful. Right now actually is a long on this one, CVNA, right now. Yeah. With a stop, maybe just a very tiny stop though. Yeah, that's a early long, but if it does break that 15, it's going to stretch out a bit further. We're looking for another squeeze on this one after the 15 breaks, if it breaks. Do you guys hear that? Look at that, there we go. Okay, that 15 high of day needs to break now. And I think it's going to break very quickly, and off it goes 1510s getting hit really heavily. 1510s getting hit, but it's going to get taken out. There we go. There goes the neighborhood. And this is what is telling you this breakout is kind of successful. Kind of successful. Oh boy, there's a lot of lessons to be learned on CVNA today. Good lesson is how a strong intraday stock looks like. How a strong intraday stock looks like. All right, so this Also, just remember this is a middle finger reversal, guys, on the volume. Okay. Why do I say that? Okay, so this, pay attention to this pattern. Okay, on the volume, what happened here? Okay, so we have a breakout. So this level gets broken by this one, right? This candle breaks out, nice and good volume, but the volume was so high, I wasn't expecting this big volume, right? I wasn't expecting that much. I was kind of expecting a little bit to this level here, right? Now that would be pretty normal. That would be pretty normal for this to have that kind of volume. The fact that it actually went this much, guess what? That looks like, my drawing is really bad, but you get the idea, right? That is, in volume, is saying to you that movement initially on the breakout is a middle finger. That's a fail. But I'm not considering this to be like, it's just going to play around. I'm just giving you an example of the volume showing you something. Tesla is quite strong. Tesla looks like a... Honestly, Tesla is holding up, man. I mean, Tesla is really holding up. And I really don't know. I mean, 201 breaks and it's beautiful, actually. It's really beautiful right now. There it goes. There it goes. All right. Yeah. See, what is our SPY doing? So our SPY is a bit, just chop. Within 41450 to 413, that's $1.50 chop. Look at the daily though. Right now, we haven't really seen anything yet, guys. We just watch, and if we're going to have a trending day, then yeah, there's going to be plenty of room to the downside as well as to the upside. So our levels needs to break, basically our lows. So either this way or that way. Very clear. There we go. Yeah, that could also be a middle finger. Remember, a middle finger volume. Be careful with that one. I was looking at Tesla. Tesla looked really strong, but now it's back, but then it's still choppy though. There we go. Tesla breaks that, comes back in with a good volume. Now what? Let's see what happens to the rest of the volume. Wow, CVNA, guys. This is what I meant by it's going to squeeze after the break of 15. Look at this. It's probably a halt up now. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it could be chop around. It could chop around. It's looking good, to be honest. It's looking good. Let's bring up Tesla again. As long as it's holding, remember, as long as it's holding that VWAP up over to 199, it should be good to go, because we could see some more sort of a congestion here before it really takes off, which is a good thing, because once it has more congestion, this was ideal. That's why I liked it, because it had a really decent pullback and it actually started to go for it. I'm in over 201 as well, guys, with you, Snicker. 201 over 201. I think I got somewhere there. It's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold it until it breaks that 199, and if it does, then that trade is void. There we go. Just do it. Effing do it. We needed to be breaking 202 for us to actually call this a secondary move, or even third move. Yeah, we need that Tesla to be actually taking out 202s. Let's make some money, bro. Make some money. Yeah, CVNA was a big miss. Big miss. Very similar to what Tesla is doing right now. CVNA had this price action. Not very clear, but yeah, that was the price action, really. And then it started to really show this high of day. High of day break was really nice. Over here, beautiful. SPY is not helping Tesla at all. If it's helping, then yeah, Tesla would actually, but be patient with it, because yeah, SPY is just not helping. At least the least we want from SPY is to be trending over VWAP, right? I know that VWAP at this point is pretty much useless on SPY to be considering, but at least that's going to give us some sort of a strength coming into SPY. But we want that coming in with good volume though. Yeah, I know. I've been waiting for sitting for a long time. Hold on. Let me just move a bit. Stretch. Okay. All right, a quick one. Come on, Tesla. SPY is trying to take out, but I'm just not happy with what SPY is doing right now. Needs to show some strength though. Needs to show some strength. That's why the continuation on SPY isn't really, on Tesla isn't coming very fast. I just want that SPY to be at least taking what, 414s. Yeah. It's trying though. It's attempting to take that. It's trying. It is definitely trying. It is definitely trying. Let's go. We've got really good sign on Tesla, which we're getting this, which is looking good. As long as it stays that way, we're happy. But if it does fail this trend line and then it starts to come take that 200 out, maybe we'll have to consider our position. But SPY is hopefully going to be helping now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. ZI, by the way, if anybody took that ZI, I did mention it. I did mention it under 29 with your stop 20 cents or 30 cents. And it's already gone about 30 cents for you. So yeah, that's a really successful, very, very easy trade. Very easy. Didn't give you a hard time at all. RCL. Ooh, what's happening to RCL? Well, this is also one of the stronger stocks, guys. And it just actually went red to green, green to red, and then back to green to red, red to green. And then went for it. Really went for it. There we go. Here we go, Tesla. Come on. Tesla, let's go, baby. Let's make some money. Let's make some money, baby. So we are actually right now at $1 profit, which is nothing for Tesla. I'm kind of looking for like $5 on it. So we'll see. There it goes. There goes my Tesla. There goes my Tesla. There goes my Tesla. There goes my Tesla. Time to take some out because we are seeing SPY coming up to that high of day. But I don't want to be. I would rather move the stock stop up over very under 201, so that way I don't lose a. So I'm gonna hold it, guys. Although it's a bit too extended as well for the daily, though. That's the thing. Yeah, should have taken some out around here, guys. 202.60s because yeah, it's supposed to be. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully SPY is going to break the high of day, and that's when we're going to see break of 203. After the break of 203, if it does move a little bit faster, then I'll take my partial very quickly. But at this point, I can always raise my stop way closer to my level, my entry, sorry. And that way, it's actually a really decent trade. 202.40s. 202.40 is a good one. 202.40 is a good one. I mean, that's being kind of a bit conservative, I would say, or aggressive, depending on how you look at it. 202.40 is a good one. Yeah, that's $1.40 profit, right? Yeah. We're struggling to take the high of day out. It hasn't really taken high of day, but yeah, this is what I was waiting for, or kind of afraid of. 203 didn't go. I was kind of hoping it goes to 203 and breaks it. Still early though. Still early to call. See. And our SPY is actually sort of gaining some momentum around this area here. And let's see if it's going to take that out. And if it does, then that's going to look quite decent. It's still red though, SPY, although it's green on the candle. But remember, it's still red. Why? Because we have a gap down, right? So it really hasn't. I mean, you can't say that SPY is showing overall strength. Overall strength actually is negative at this point, but recent price action is actually showing strength, which is a good thing, because that could be the start of a new move, which is, you look at the volume that's actually coming up now with this move, right? So I can't wait for it to break that 41450 and then goes up towards that 415. And by that time, Tesla is already going to be breaking 213s and 214s, which will be, sorry, 203s and 204s, which will be ideal for me to take some out. It's actually hitting that now. Come on, I'm just waiting for SPY to actually take the high of day, and then there it goes, there it goes. Okay, all right, I can relax on Tesla now. Tesla, baby. Okay, all right, you entered a bit early. All right. All right. All right, buddy. Sir. Sir, my ass. Are you saying you're a better trader than me? Shut up. I'm joking, I'm joking. Yeah, great entry, great entry. There was actually better entries earlier on, yeah. Not earlier on, later on, sorry, later on. Yeah, 202.50, partial 202.50. Just cannot wait for it to actually do something like do a bigger pullback. It seems like it wants to do. So yeah, definitely 202.50, much better now. This is a much better confirmed exit rather than taking it here. And now definitely under 201, the rest of the partial or remaining position goes under and you just trail the stop. Just trail it. As long as it doesn't get taken out, you just trail it. And the issue with this one now is also SPY. SPY is actually rejecting from this level again, so it is still in that chop zone. So this move actually did help Tesla, for sure. That's what we were waiting for. Remember, break of that VWAP on Tesla SPY. That's when we started to get this, right? But I think it's still looking good. It still hasn't really sort of pulled back enough to take the trend line out. So yeah, and this is the pullback that's coming now. $260 buying power left. I got you, buddy. Look at what SPY is doing, man. It's just messing up the whole thing. Look at this. How do you trade that? You don't. The answer is you don't. Anyways, guys, listen up. I am gonna be heading out, 10:30 almost. You know, there's not much really to explain for the day. For the day, we have had, remember, FTNT. FTNT, I'm still in it, by the way. So, you know, it's just still looking good, to be honest. And it's still, you know, that middle finger was just a joke, as in a joke explanation. But that actually works, that reversal. But it doesn't work on these kind of stocks. It only works on small caps. Something that runs really fast, yeah, and then you see this kind of volume and it starts to not go anywhere, that's when you start to look for shorts on small caps. And if there's in the future, there's an example, live example, I will give it to you. But this volume, pay attention to this on smaller caps. On the major caps, it doesn't make a big difference because usually around the breakout areas, there's a lot of liquidity there anyways. That's why, hence you see this big volume candles, big volume bars, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so I'm in it, guys. The update on this one is basically average of 60 75. I still am gonna hold it until the end, until the low of the day break. So unfortunately, I am still with 60.70, so 58.70. So about $2 risk on it. Once it starts to move and start to take out 62s, I'm going to start to move my stop under 60, as mentioned earlier. Even 61.50 breaks, I'm going to do that. So my risk is not going to be all the way through the low of day. In fact, I probably wouldn't let it take out the low of day for me. I probably now would be moving it right here, because earlier I didn't move it because I was kind of expecting this kind of move anyways, this kind of a bit of a choppy price action earlier on. Now that it is actually trading over VWAP and starting to take out that attacking that 61.50s, now is the time for this to be lower, higher under this wick here, because that is the last gasp before it actually starts to go. Usually that's the case, right? If that's the case, then my stop being here is actually not a bad thing. In fact, I can afford to enter one more time now with this stop. Still okay with it. So I'm going to look to see if I can maybe add to it 61.50 breaks, and then maybe put the stop completely here and leave it alone and see if it works out by the end of the day. And along the way, I can actually manage it. If there is a partial to be taken after 262s, then I'll take it. But I'll manage it that way. Probably won't be able to see it, guys, in the stream, but I will update you on the stream tomorrow. That was one trade. This is purely bigger picture / swing idea on it. And the other one, basically, we took with Snicker. I'm going to be exiting Tesla, guys. I know I'm being a bit of a sissy on Tesla, but I can't let it come down to under 201s. Okay, so here we go on Tesla. That's the plan. All right, we had one partial on it. Let me show you. Okay, so we entered about 201 break, and my stop is just under 201. So if the low of this gets taken out, I'm going to be out on it for the rest of the position, which means I'll still have a good winner on it because we had about $1.50 move. Unfortunately, SPY didn't help this move. And remember, Tesla was already extended a little bit for the day. So that's why I'm not expecting too much from it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even taken this partial. Normally, I don't take partials like this on Tesla especially. My partials on Tesla is like $3, $4, $5. But because it has moved quite a bit from its lows, 194, all the way to 203s, that's huge move, right? ATR already completed for the day. That's why I can't expect too much from it. But now, for some reason, if it starts to take out the 203s, then that means that's an exceptional day. Things could be like this. They could turn out to be like this. That's why I'm trying to survive this pullback, see if I can actually survive it and then let it go until it actually gives me some decent profit. So we'll see. That's the second trade, guys. That's pretty much it for the day for me. Should have taken quite a few trades, one of which was Amazon, and the other one is even better, which I missed. So this was a short here under 101, and it did give us some decent partials, so it would have been a really nice successful trade. Worst case scenario would have taken out the last bit close to break even, so we probably wouldn't have had a big runner, but it would still have given at least 2 partials, right? So that would have been a decent trade. That's missed. The other one was missed was CVNA, and I've been watching this for quite a long time, and I've been trying to get freaking a really decent entry for possible swing ideas, and that was over the break of 14, and that came in here very fast. I couldn't get in, and it just went, and there was another opportunity here as well on the break of 1450s. Again, I thought at that time it was too extended, that's why I didn't take it. Now I'm not going to take it because it's just too late now. It's too late. The entry was here. So unfortunately, I missed on a really decent move on CVNA. ZI is something that I did call out as well. So if anybody took this 28 under 28 nines, still going for it. It has huge, as I mentioned, it's got huge room until at least 28s, which is almost going there, guys. So that was a decent, really decent call. Actually, this would have been, let's say if you took out everything now, 30, 60, 60, so that's like 4 hour, maybe more than 4 hour, depending on where your stop was. So that's a really decent trade as well. Very what is it called? Hassle-free trade. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope I'm not missing anything. If I am, just we'll talk about it tomorrow, guys. All right, so Sneaker, if you're going to be doing any more trading, be careful and best of luck, buddy. I'm sure you'll be fine. And I'm sure there will be some decent opportunities later on, which has been coming lately. So might be a good idea to wait on your hands, sit on your hands and wait for our SPY to take this whole thing out. And once it does, then yeah. Looks like Tesla is going to take me out on a break even under the low of that 201. And if it does, guys, so that'll be a smaller green for me on Tesla instead of a big green, which is fine. I'll take that. Anyways, guys, I wish you the best of luck. Just when I'm about to go, SPY is gonna, yeah, that's what it's gonna do, isn't it? Obviously, yeah. And I'm out on Tesla as well, guys. Yeah, it's gonna do that. It's definitely gonna do that. No. I'm not holding. I'm my stop was under the low. I mentioned low of the what is it? Low of 201. This low hit our entry actually. So just under the low here, I exited it. My hard stop was there, so it got taken out. just under. So yeah, still a good green, okay green, I would say. Yes, sir. All right, gotta go. And yeah, freaking SPY is breaking now. This is the, yeah, I think this might be the real move now. Yeah, finally it gives up. So looking for shorts is a better idea now. All right, best of luck, guys. Take it easy. Stay safe out there. I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. EST. Be there. All right. Peace.